Hi all, welcome to something a little bit different, which is a bit of a market club talk. Thought might as well kind of explain where we're at with the club and where we're kind of putting a bit of an effort with trading, because we haven't really obviously spoke about much in regards to it this year on the channel. So I thought I might as well put a bit of emphasis for this video. So congratulations, links always be much appreciated. Sub to the channel if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, G is a legend. All links are down below for publishing the channel and social media links as always. Comment down below like what you've been trading on, where you've been putting some of your efforts into, like how's your transfer profit, your coins and all that kind of good stuff. So we've got a few informs we're trying to sell just now. Kind of like our usual, what we like to do is usually buy informs throughout the day, min price, and sell back at like whatever. It's just a safe method. The reason why I do it also is so I can try and get any informs I've missed from that team of the week. So say for example, James Rodriguez of Everton, if I've maybe missed them, I'll try and get them for cheap. It's how I try and get some informs on bid. So last week when the game crashed, I've got a number of informs. I've been offloading them like now, so I've got a number of Osmans, Ibras, Benitez, and a pile of different other ones. And we've just been, some of them we'd kept for the club because we'd bought multiples, but then some we'd just bought in general. And since then as well, we've been buying a number of informs in general. So like Corona and Gulashi, we've actually managed to buy on bid for minimum price. They're like, Corona's like 20 to 25k, it usually depends when you sell them. Same for Gulashi as well. Gulashi actually we got this morning actually, overnight. We do a lot of it. We do a lot of our buying informs overnight as well. Try and get them when like EU's asleep, and like you've just mainly got the NAs and like the Asian, like Australia and like New Zealand. Like, we've unlocked Mollet as well, but Ibra we've got, as I say, we had a few of him. Got one at Cam for like min price, which is quite sweet. And yesterday we just managed to get a min price version of him today. I've had plenty of him trading wise in general. He goes for like 15. He's usually 14 to 16k. Sometimes got a peak at 18. I've noticed now, and he's a good inform to trade with. Obviously Benitez, he's like 15, 16k. Florenzi, got him last week for like 11.5. I just tried to get him for min last week, didn't quite happen. But most of these informed we've generally paid minimum price. The only time we've really paid a little bit extra is just through like either minor mistakes by myself, and like even like a lot of these informs like Hinterrigger and Jakim for example, we got these out of packs for min price on bid. We're getting them when you'd least expect to get them for min price. And like in packs you'd expect to get them for maybe min price, but not so out of packs. It's usually sometimes as well because I forget to buy them. Like what I focus on this year, and I always do it, is 80 to 84 rated informs, and I just work away with it. Ings is someone we've got at 10.5. 83s is 10.250 for min buy now. So it's worth keeping that in mind as well. But generally most of the informs, once they're out of packs, it's like 12, 13, 14k. Sometimes you get the odd one it's like 15k plus. But at the moment they don't have a significant use, but the reason why we buy up informs is to wait till they have a complete use in the game. If Icon SBCs require the informs, or player of the month, whatever it may be, then we're always kind of prepared. Jose Font is like an odd one for team of the week one. You go for like 14, 15, 16k. Depends when you're trying to sell them, I've noticed, and it's kind of the case with a lot of informs. And what we try and do as well with a lot of these informs that we buy on min price is you just hold them and we just kind of wait. Bamba I've been trying to get for as cheap as possible. I missed one for 11k this morning, and that's just a recent acquisition actually, just with everything going on, for 13k. I will try and get them cheaper. I always try and watch him. He's like 19, 20k at the moment, and sometimes dips like to 17, 18k. Depends when you try. As I said, he's another one. It's just when you try and sell him. I don't know why he suddenly dropped from like 20k to 17, even though he's out of packs, you'd think. But I think it's maybe because of the Mollet objectives. Danny Olmo, been trading with him heavily because of, when you see him as a centre mid, he is quite common to sell for a bit more inflated. So sometimes you'll see people buy him sell them for like 10, 11k at centre mid, and you can sell them for like 14, 15k quite readily. But with informs like Bednarak and Watkins and Bowen, I've made the slip up where I've accidentally paid just a little bit more. I will try and nab fresh ones again of min price just to save me a bit of hassle, and it just allows me to kind of bump up my coins again. Like Orsic, many a time I've tried to get him for min price, kind of failed, but I'll take the one that I've got. And same with Fatty. Obviously quite a lot of people heavily invested in him. There's a lot of people I remember buying him at like 20, 25k. I know a few people had like $500,000, $1 million coins in Fatty because of player of the month. They went hard on him, and obviously now he's like 13, 14k. It's kind of free falling in price. But most of these informs generally are like 10.5, 11k just now. Ring's an odd one, he's like 15k. I wish I kind of went maybe hard on him a little bit, but the aim is 80-84s we buy for min, hold till we need to use them. So if SBCs require them, for example, when Want to Watch James Rodriguez came in, a lot of these informs were up to like 14, 15k instead of like maybe 11 or 12k. I could have got out then, but realistically this is what you hope for informs on the Icon SBCs if require them. Same for like the likes of Vidra, Mukhtar and Keane. Say for example if they were required for SBCs, suddenly you'd have a supply of like silver informs. Harvey Saunders is another one. We traded in hard with him the last couple of days. Somebody listed about 15 and we got like 13 of the 15. A couple more popped up soon after, actually, after I got the 13. Nabbed up the other 2, and we kept the most expensive one, which is kind of hilarious. But we were selling him between 7 and 8.5k, 15 of them, and we paid between 1.4 and 1.6k. So rough maths for that, it's like at lowest was like 5.5k profit, like five and a bit k profit. At the very most we were making nearly 7k profit, and it was paying out rather nicely. And honestly we've just been ploughing away. We're just shy of 700k just now liquid. I know it's not as good as some people. Transfer profits like nearly 2.7 million, and well, yes, we've got about 500-600k into informs. I always like to update my spreadsheet as well to give me a rough idea of where we're at for like profit, which is roughly about 150k at the moment. But end of the day, there's no rush to sell. If the Icon SBCs require them, we're looking in a good position. We have 50 informs at the moment. I will aim to try and get all. I will be going through all of the team of the weeks and seeing who I'm still missing, try and buy them in, get them in for cheap, so that way I can hold them and try and hope and pray that they will go up significantly in value in due course. But we're definitely just taking our time, having a bit of fun, and just making hopefully easy coins. It's the way I go about it. Informs is one of my strongest plays, and I've made some good snipes as well. I got a Inform Lozano on stream the other night for min price, sold them for 90k. That's like 80 odd k profit nearly, and I was delighted with that. So let me know folks what trading, as I said, you've been doing. Hopefully you find this useful. Smash like, sub to the channel if you're new. I'll catch you all later.